I'm Phil Peterson, and I am the principal of KidSucceed LLC. It's a pay-for-success advisory services firm, and what I do is I help jurisdictions, communities around the country explore the viability of pay-for-success and help them build a strategy to work towards pay-for-success feasibility. So I am providing upstream advisory services prior to a pay-for-success project actually being constructed.
Social impact bonds, or pay-for-success, has been gaining in popularity across the states. Can you tell us briefly what pay-for-success is?
Sure. Pay-for-success is an arrangement that's contractually based between multiple parties and operated through a public-private partnership. And it's meant to address one or more societal issues that are problematic. And it should be supported by quality programs that are evidence-supported. And the primary goal is twofold of pay-for-success. One, to improve outcomes for the targeted population in the program. And two, to reduce government costs of what otherwise might be remediation. So pay-for-success can be curative and it can be preventative, both.
Is pay-for-success for every project or every person?
No, it's not. Pay-for-success needs to be used carefully, and that's why it's a fairly complex undertaking to explore what pay-for-success can do for your community and whether it is appropriate in addressing some of the societal issues in your community that you've identified. There are several criteria that should be in place in order to proceed with using pay-for-success to address these societal issues. I've seen several of these projects go off the rails early because one or more of the following things that I'll mention were not in place. And these are not the only conditions, but these are some of the primary conditions. First, you need to have a quality program that you're going to administer for folks. And generally, these programs are administered for at-risk families, children. The area I work in is early childhood, but also up through all the rest of the educational years. And at-risk families, children, and students are the ones that will benefit the most from this. So quality programs that are evidence-supported are very, very important. Two, you need to have in your sponsoring community a very committed and diverse stakeholder group. That's critical. Third, your time horizon for investors should not be too long. It should certainly be shorter than 10 years. Another one is that with all the interest, and I know NCSL is doing a lot of work in this area, with all the interest in evidence-based policymaking and budget decision-making, it's critical that the community has some sensitivity or some predisposition towards evidence-based budgeting. It will help them understand the pay-for-success model much better and help them to adapt it to the societal issues that they're trying to remediate. And then I would say another issue is pay-for-success should not be entered into simply to capture short-term cost avoidance savings. That's really the tip of the iceberg. And what we're starting to focus more and more on, and especially policymakers, this is very important to them, are the long-term, longer-term outcome improvement areas. Because we understand that those are the things that will have much more powerful returns to society, to the family, to the community, and to the individual.
How is PFS changing how government operates?
Well, I think it's a little soon to be talking about definitively how government might be changing as a result of pay-for-success interventions, because there are really only 10 projects in the United States right now that are in full operation. I think we'll start to see more of a trend towards sensitivity in government concerning what kinds of programs are supported Are these programs quality programs? Do they have evidence to support their sustainability? That also starts to affect how money is spent by policymakers and decision makers in government. And what that really means is that there will need to be a new discipline, and this is slowly growing, a new discipline where critical decision making is infused into government based on what works, so that programs that work will get support. Programs that don't show that they work will not get support.
And why should this be of interest to legislators?
Well, I think it's of interest to legislators because legislators obviously hold the purse strings in states and communities on behalf of taxpayers. They have a sacred trust to be able to wisely spend taxpayer money. So this new discipline that we were trying to infuse into government assessment of projects, decision making, and transparent communication to taxpayers is exactly what Pay for Success is a tool to facilitate. So what we're finding is that Pay for Success is less about where the financing comes from. It's more about evaluation, rigorous evaluation to support the quality or purported quality of the program that you're delivering to at-risk families.
Thanks so much, Phil.
Sure, Julie.